CBS47's Viviana Yvonne is there, and not only are they talking about how they produce it there, but it sounds like they're going to show us a few of the steps this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Anthony and Medeiros. We are at the Fresno State Creamery where students actually make, I know, that delicious ice cream that we all get to enjoy during the summer and year round, really. And here to talk about that process is Wesley. You're a senior here at Fresno State. So you're going to take us down this road of how this ice cream gets made. So tell us, what's the first step?
Yeah, so we're going to get started with the vanilla ice cream right now. So Daniel is going to pour in our ice cream base.
And what is in that base? So
this is going to be whole milk, heavy cream, non-fat dried milk, and stabilizer, some sugar, you know. And so he's actually carrying about 45 pounds of this mix, and that's not even including the container that's about 10, 20 pounds extra. So it's a heavy pour for sure. And so once he gets that in, we're going to go ahead and turn on the machine, and that's just by starting this right here. And then we're also going to turn on the freezing, so that's going to make sure our ice cream starts getting cold. And then right here we have our vanilla flavoring, so we're going to pour this in. And that's going to mix in there. And then we also have our coloring. This is a natto coloring, so that gives it that more creamy color, like buttery color.
And you guys actually have two different kinds of vanilla, right, that you sell?
Yeah, correct. So it's just going to differ in terms of the vanilla flavoring we use. We have the Tahitian vanilla, and then this is our just regular vanilla.
And I actually got to smell those earlier. The regular vanilla to me seemed a little bit more like a true vanilla. It was a little creamy, a little bit lighter. The other one you mentioned definitely seemed like it had more of a little bit of like a kick to it in a way.
Yeah. So there's going to be some slight differences, and that just depends on where we're getting them from, just slight changes in the sourcing of them and how they're processed to bring us that flavor. So it's definitely interesting how that can happen, yeah.
So what's happening now while it's in this machine? What's going on?
Yeah, so in this machine right now, we're spinning it with some paddles in there, and that's just churning it. And what that's doing, you can look in here. Right now, obviously, it's still very liquidy because we just put it in. But the freezer's on, and so as that churns, it's going to start freezing, and it'll also start incorporating some air into the ice cream. And not many people know this, but ice cream have a certain differing percentage of air in it, and that differs depending on some of the more fancier brands that are going to have less air on it, more expensive ice cream. But it's also going to mean that it freezes a lot more solid, so you'll have to wait for it to be scoopable.
Okay.
So yeah,
this is going to take some time. So we're going to come back in just a little bit, and hopefully the ice cream will be done, and we're actually going to get to try some. So I'm really excited for that, because what's better than ice cream at 5 in the morning? I don't know. There's not too many things out there. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, quick question for you, Viviana. For folks that are at home that are watching this, that may be heading out the door right now, do we know where we could try this at here locally? Is it available anywhere?
Yeah, they actually sell their ice cream in a couple different places. I know one is the Gibson Farm Market. Is there other locations as well?
Yeah, we have a few places that purchase from us. So we have Scoops in Clovis, downtown Clovis, and then we have Enzo's Table, and then there's a couple other creameries that come in and purchase some ice cream from us to sell.
Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 different places you can actually pick some up for yourself and take some home.
Thanks so much, Viviana. Check in with you in a little bit. Well, at 6:20 this morning, still to come, we're taking a look back at a special night to help a special woman. We'll be right back.